So we're out here working on the Nighthawk again. I'm really hoping that we can get some stuff done and not be interrupted. That would be amazing because I really do want to get this motor off. We're going to have a little bit of a challenge. The kickstand is attached to the engine itself, so when it comes time to drop the motor, I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll figure it out. So let's get started. Get you guys turned around so you can see what I'm doing. All right, here we go. Let's take this airbox off. I hope, well, everyone's not tuning in yet, so undoubtedly anything I say right now is just talking into the wind. But, if we don't talk, nobody will come in. How weird is that? Trying to have a conversation with yourself and nobody's there to listen. I'm taking this off once. But now it'll come off forever. I doubt I'll be putting it back on. Which will be neat because we'll have some space to make some sort of a storage box. I'd love to do that. Not too bad. I've expected it to be a lot bigger. This is the original filter. Well, that's complicated. Look at that. Why so complicated? Makes me never want to replace it. There's a few bugs in it. You can see the bugs. It's actually still a good filter. Okay. So we got this here. Got two connections. One here that I got to take off. Let's see, it's probably a 10 millimeter. You know, I see folks talking about all the time losing 10 millimeters. It's probably one of the most common bolt sizes. I get why they lose them. They're easy to lose if you're always using it. Yeah, this is a hot mess. This is what happens when you overfill your oil. That gets ruined. Completely ruined. It's alright though. Always remember to put your bolts back where you find them. Put them back, yo. Put them back. What's up, yo? Okay, just to catch you guys up, this is a 1999 Honda 250 Nighthawk, and we're putting a motor on it. I have run the motor until it won't run no more. It's got 0 power. I'm like, well, you know what? It's time to put what I want on it. So that's what we're doing. Time to do it. All right. I like to put things back together, so I'm going to go ahead and put this filter box back together. You can't lose it if it's all where it's supposed to be. I don't know. I may try to find a way to use this thing again with the new motor. I don't know. I may go with the optimal airflow. What's up, Peppy? How are you doing? All right. Just to let y'all know I'm still here. But yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in with me. I wish I could do this more consistently. I'm trying to, though. I have this pipe dream of doing YouTube professionally. My only problem is my day job gets in the way. You know, day job, life, bills, all that stupid crap. I'm really kind of sick of it all, to be honest. Oh, that might have been half my problem. That's blown. Well, shoot, that might be why the thing was running so bad. Huh. All right, well, let's explore that. I may not have to tear this motor down after all. Yeah, I'm doing it anyway. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Inside the carburetor, I've screwed up enough carburetors to actually know how they work. There is a diaphragm inside of here. Kind of see it right there. And on this style, the diaphragm actually controls the throttle in a way. The diaphragm is what lifts the needle, and it's all vacuum pressure. God, that's going to be aggravating. I forgot how aggravating that was. There we go. Doing this the aggravating way. What's up, Maverick? So, y'all, tell me where you're from. You know, do you guys watching have any experience mechanicking? Or are you like me, just kind of tear into it and hope for the best? That's my tactic. That's what I do. You learn a lot that way. I kind of feel like that's what every mechanic does. They just kind of jump in and they work off of their previous experience. And YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's a big help. All right. So we're going to have to loosen this up. Pretty sure that's a 10 millimeter. Okay, I can't really tell if y'all can see what I'm doing or not anyway. Okay, so here we have the carburetor. And this is what I was talking about. See that little slide? Let's see if I can lift it up where you can see it work. Okay. As you twist the throttle, you see that inside? Oh, wow, that feels awful. You twist the throttle, this opens up. And as that opens up, the port vacuum increases. And when port vacuum increases, it lifts the slide up. And you see how quickly it's dropping? There should be some resistance there, which tells me the slide diaphragm is wore out. And we're gonna see for sure. So if y'all can just be patient with me for a second, I'm gonna pull this cap off. Maybe I can pull it off on camera, we'll see. Let's try that. All right, that was great. I've got a different style carburetor that I'm using for this project, so we'll put this in the spare parts bin. Never know, because it's a good carburetor. I don't want to get rid of it. Don't want to lose it. Let's put these nuts back while I'm thinking about it. I mean, who knows? I may tear this motor down and fix it, which would be a fun video set for you guys, and reuse it for something else. Because I've got frames everywhere. I've got tons of motorcycle frames. Okay, so we're about to see the cap. Okay, so do this on camera. Okay, that's the slide. Oh, look at that. There it is right there, the source of my problem. So My problem wasn't a bad motor. My problem was a torn diaphragm. Look at that. And let me tell you from experience, there is no fixing that, which is stupid because this is a new diaphragm. Hold on, it's a new diaphragm. This isn't used. Yeah, like Bubba's tore. Oh well, that explains it. Okay, well I'm gonna put that back. You know, that might change the direction of this project. I may keep using this motor. Yeah, see, it fits in there. Spring fits on top of that. And gotta be real careful when putting all this back together. I can't do that on camera because you'll pinch the diaphragm and then you'll have a vacuum leak and your car won't run right. You know, I kind of wonder. I'm not going to wonder that. I really want that other motor on this bike. The other motor's a lot tougher. I have a chopper frame that's going to, oh, y'all hear the rain coming. I have a chopper frame that that I was going to use that other motor on. I may use this motor for that frame. So we'll see. Okay, so we're going to put that carburetor to the side. I think the only thing holding this motor on now is a ground wire, the starter wire, and let's see, and a clutch cable. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and knock that out. I'm going to take you guys to the other side. Can I reach it from here, maybe? Oh, let's see. Let's at least get the right wrench. Okay. Yeah, I can reach it. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. And y'all, man, feel free to talk to me. I'm going to do my best to respond to you. That's the best part about doing these lives is you guys. So please, please, please talk to me. Love to hear from you. Okay, that's going to be a little difficult. I have to... Let's see. How does that work? How do we get it loose? I don't remember. I put this clutch cable on. I don't remember how I did it. Did I put on? All right, let's go to the other side. I may have to take it off up here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to have to get y'all up here. All right, so clutch cable right here. Real simple to work with. You just kind of break it loose. These ain't the right pliers, but they're the will work for now pliers. Release the tension. This clutch probably needs to be replaced anyway. Who knows? Okay, see this slit? You're gonna line these slits up and it drops right out. There you go. We'll go ahead and take this boot out. Sleeve, that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's come on the other side. Y'all might have a little trouble seeing. I'll try to remedy that the best I can. There you go. Now this is where it's going to be a little tricky because it's mounted here. I would like to be able to just get it off without... Yeah, that's how it's done. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Done. Okay. Let's save this ground wire for last. Battery here. Let me tell y'all, I ain't sponsored by nobody. This is personal experience. This battery is the bomb. These little batteries in lead acid don't really last all that long. They're a pain in the butt. And they'll leave you on the side of the road. Thankfully, you can kick this motor off. Well, you can't kick it off, you can push it off. But, I haven't had to do that since I bought this. This battery probably 2 years old. And it's a lithium battery. Freaking awesome. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. We're not going to reuse this. We're going to reuse another one. This is the CDI box. This is the original Honda CDI box. This still works. We're going to save this. Okay. Back over here. You're not really going to be able to see what I'm doing. I got to get this ground wire off the engine. It's right here. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Let's see. Another thing I like about these bikes is a lot of the work can be done with very minimal tools. Oh yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt. I've got a magnet light that I should bring out here. This is going to be a pain.
Okay. So, yeah, these older bikes, these older small bikes, man, they just don't require a lot of expensive tools. And so, man, if you got a love for mechanicking, you like working on stuff, but you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on tools, which is, I don't know, I think it's fun. I like spending money on tools. If I had it to spend, I definitely would. But I mean, as you can see, I don't. So I get bikes I can afford to maintenance and work on. Requires a little extra effort, a little bit of creativity. I don't mind it though. What doesn't kill you makes you smarter. Yeah, we're not gonna sing. I feel like every one of you would leave. Like, screw that guy and his singing. So y'all, man, if there's any bikers on here, tell me what you ride. What do you ride, and why do you like riding it? You know, I got kind of a different view on what makes a biker than a lot of people. Yeah, it's about the life. And I ain't talking the club life either. I'm talking about, man, you do life with these machines. If you do life with these machines, whether you're an adventure biker, a cruiser, a dirt biker, an everyday lifer like me, I like a fat bob. You know, it's all about getting on. It's just about doing what you do, man. It's about getting on the road and experiencing life. That's what really makes this thing appealing to me is the life I get to experience. Oh, I love a Sportster. I don't care what anybody says. A Sportster to me is the funnest Harley Davidson, at least that I've experienced personally, firsthand. Out of the ones I've test ridden, I've only owned 2 Harleys in my life. One of them never ran, and is still in pieces in my shed. It's a Sportster. And then I had another one that was an '01 that I just got rid of. I kind of had to pick my poison. Yeah, that's a weird. They turn and then they quit turning. But yeah, I like Sportsters a lot. But a Fat Bob, man, that's a big old mamma jamma. You got you something there. I've always thought it was silly that bikers tend to judge each other negatively based off of what we ride. You know, like scooter guys, they get kind of a hard rap from us. I don't give them a hard rap. I say you do you. I mean, I have my scooter jokes that I tell people. But in all seriousness, man, you know, what you ride is what you ride. It's about 2 wheels, feeling the wind. And the best part is the time. The time you get with your mind. Oh, Oh man, why did they do this? Oh no. That is stupid. Let's see if I can make it work. Okay, good. It's not as stupid. All right. All that for one little bolt. All right, y'all might actually get to watch me work on this one. All right, this is the bolt. I need to take that off. The starter. Ow, shoot. Knocked my flashlight over. Don't really need it anymore. But man, for me it's about that quiet time, you know, between you and the road. And about what other people think. But you're right, you're not wrong. But what if you want to be slow? What if you want to take your time? You know, what if that's what it what if that's what gets you? I would enjoy a sports bike, don't get me wrong. It's on my bucket list. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. That boot is dry rotted. I might have to cut that off. And that's the thing, like, you're absolutely right. There's no way. What's up, Todd? There's no way this bike I'm working on here could ever compete with a sports bike. That would be a joke. I mean, in its heyday, the best I could get out of it was 90 miles an hour. And when I tell you that is sketchy, the word sketch does not do it justice. I mean, that was a terrifying experience going that fast on this little bitty frame. And so, if that was what I was looking to get out of, I'd never enjoy it. I never would. That's not what this bike was built for. This bike, for the most part, was built just to ride. It's light, 300 pounds, if that. I'm just going by what the internet said. Real tight, real small, real nimble. Real obnoxious because this won't come off. Oh, that's so dumb. Honda, why did you do this? Come on, Honda. Let me down here. Oh, gosh. Get you where you can see my struggle here. Okay, there's a little clip that's part of the casting that's holding this wire in. And there's a piece of insulation. So there it is. Makes the wire thick or it won't come off. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, this is so stupid. Are you telling me? No, you're not. Okay, well, the new motor is the starters on the backside. So we may have to cut this. I hate that. But I have a soldering iron and I know how to use it. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, we're going to clip it there. There we go. Problem solved. All right, well, I think that's everything. What's up, Crystal? Just to recap for those of who are just kind of in, this is a 1999 Honda Nighthawk, and we are pulling this motor off to put on. Any advice on my bike bogging down the throttle? Bogging is generally a no. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm not the best at tuning carburetors. I kind of monkey with them until I get it right. So take this with a grain of salt, and maybe it'll help, and maybe I'm totally wrong. But bogging is generally it's not getting enough fuel. It's either getting too much fuel or not enough. No? Let's see. Yeah, one of those two. It's a carburetor tuning thing. Check your spark plugs though. They'll tell you everything. I do know this. And the internet. Check the internet. Carburetors, when they're running rich, will generally turn your plugs white. Yeah, they'll generally turn your plugs white. And when you're when you're running lean, y'all, I'm just getting it all wrong. When they're lean, when you don't have enough fuel, they'll turn your plugs white because you're just turning whatever's in there into ash. When it is running rich, it's going to turn your plugs black. So if you got black ash sooty plugs, you've got too much fuel. If you have white ash plugs, you don't have enough fuel. Pretty sure bogging is a low on fuel situation. You're not getting enough fuel. So try riching it up, seeing what you check your plugs, see what your plugs are doing, and go with it. See what they tell you. As far as your tires, man, I go on eBay. I do my own tires. You can find every tire you'd ever want on eBay, Amazon. Read the side of your tires. Do your research. I like Shinkos personally. I don't ride hard enough to need anything that requires any real performance, like a sports bike tire would. And so I get away with cheaper tires. My main cruising bike. Yeah, pull the plugs first and see what they're telling you. My main cruising bike is a Honda Shadow, and man, you're not going to go 200 miles an hour on a 750 Shadow unless you have done some serious tuning work to it. And if you've done all that, why didn't you buy a sports bike? That's kind of my attitude. If I want to go fast, I ride a fast bike. That's what's going to happen. Of course that's happening. We're going to guess that other side is a 12 millimeter. And that's going to be the side I don't have. I know it. I know it always is. Yep. Just break it loose. Nope. I'll do better than that. Let's try a socket for once. Oh, they really do, unless you're me and you're good at tearing them up. But yeah, I mean, I definitely pushed this motor a lot harder than it should have ever been pushed. Which is why we're doing this. This motor was already tore up to begin with, though. Look, this is clever. It's like a wind scoop / cable tie holder. All right, that's one mount down. Yeah, you don't want them to be black and oily. They're not happy if that's the situation. Oh, y'all, it's starting to get really hot, and I've been on this for how long? About 30 minutes. Let me take a quick break. Subscribe to my channel if you want to catch me again. I'm gonna take a quick break and come back. So, like what you see, go ahead and subscribe and get notified when I come back. So, love you guys. See y'all in a minute.